Welcome to this episode of the Sports Detective Podcast Show. My name is James Williams, and today we are going to discuss if Taylor Swift is ruining the NFL. Why are we talking about this? Obviously, we know the story of Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, they're dating. Taylor Swift has been going to a lot of the games, and it has been a highlighted portion on the broadcast, at least to a degree. And the reason I'm talking about this today is because clips like this were going viral over the weekend during the Kansas City Chiefs game. And, these are kind of some of the taglines of it. The NFL is becoming unwatchable. There are other ones where it is like Taylor Swift is ruining the NFL. And as you can see here, this post here had almost 24 million impressions views. So this has been very much a big story. A lot of people were weighing in on this discussion. And I'm actually surprised how kind of like polarizing of a topic this is and how many people are just kind of like tired of the Taylor Swift saga. Now, here's my opinion on it, guys. As one of my buttons is undone there. Um, Here's my opinion on this, guys. My opinion first off on Taylor Swift. I don't know if I have one. I like some of her songs. I haven't necessarily dove into like the discography. I'm not a Swiftie or anything, but I do like some of her songs. As far as a personality, know she's mega talented. I know that she's the biggest star in the world right now. But again, I'm not saying I care for her that much. With that being said, do I think she's ruining the NFL, ruining broadcasts? I do not think so. I really don't care at all. I don't think she's pulling anything away from it. If anything, I am a little bit fascinated, kind of like her reactions for some of this stuff. I kind of like the jokes that can be made online a lot of times at her expense, or not necessarily laughing at her, but with her. Maybe taking out of context videos or out of context pictures and, kind of adding a meme to it. So I do like the meme culture of it. But realistically, guys, um, how much screen time during a 3.5 hour NFL broadcast is Taylor Swift actually on screen or actually being talked about? Is it more than 3 minutes a game? Is it more than 5 minutes a game? I don't know. I don't think it's like definitely not more than maybe in the Dolphins game where it was just a blowout at the end and they didn't have anything else to talk about because the game sucked. Maybe they showed her a little bit more than they usually do, but that's just because there wasn't anything going on in the game. And it's like, hey, let's go and see what's going on up there, and maybe we can talk about this stuff, and we'll get more eyeballs on this. So I really do not have that much of a problem with it because I don't think she is, taking that much stuff away from the game. I also don't think you could say that she wants attention because of the fact that she's dating another public figure and is going to all these games and is wearing different outfits and is in suites, with the Kelseys and the Mahomeses and all that stuff. But I really think that like she's really not trying to draw too much. Other than that, isn't really trying to draw too much attention to herself. She's not posting anything, obnoxious that I know about. And two, she's the biggest star in the world. Like she's bigger than Michael Jackson was in his peak. Like she's maybe one of the biggest stars that we've had in the last like 50 years. She's as big as Elvis was. That's how big of a star she is. That is how popular she is. And if she's at a football game, there's going to be cameras drawn to her, whether she's dating a player or not. Um, with that being said, though, Taylor Swift too, also like as far as like a public figure, really has never. She has a pretty like flawless kind of reputation to a degree. Like, what's the worst thing that she's done in the public sphere other than having like a few d bag boyfriends? Like, that's really it. That's really the only thing you could maybe criticize Taylor Swift for. And other than that, it's like we also know so much about her because she was in a way a child star and has been around for a long time. So I really have no problem of the broadcast, pointing her out, showing her on stuff. Maybe the announcer will have some weird cringy joke about one of her songs, you know, kind of like a metaphor of like when Travis Kelce catches a pass, like look at him shake it off of that defender. I don't know. I think there was one earlier in the season where he caught a touchdown and like maybe it was Ian Eagle, the announcer for CBS, said something. So yeah, I really don't have that much of a problem for it. And again, she's the biggest star of the world. She's becoming a draw. I think a lot of people are just starting to watch some of these games and even be interested or even, like want to partake in football talk and the football culture just because she's a part of it. So I think it's actually in a way a good thing that we might be having more eyeballs on this stuff. Peacock had the, first ever streaming playoff game. There was like 24 million, 25 million or whatever, maybe it was 22 over 20 million people, regardless, um, watched that game. Now, was it mostly because there was a playoff game and the NFL is this Goliath? And, a lot of people subscribe to Peacock to do it? Because I think there's been stats before where like Peacock had like less than 15 million subscribers, like within the last like year or so. Like they're one of the lowest sub rates for like all of like the streaming platforms. So them putting a game on Peacock really kind of elevated that stuff. And I do think them having Taylor Swift for this game and having the Chiefs in this Peacock game was definitely a part of it. A part of like the reason for those big numbers. So again, guys, I don't have a problem with it because is she really on the screen that much? Is she really taking away from the broadcast that much? I don't think so. And again, she's the biggest star in the world, so we're not going to go away from this stuff. I actually think it would be a bigger story if they don't show her at all versus like not showing her. So if you really are bothered that much by it, if you really again, maybe there is a little bit more of a thing where people might think she's more a part of the broadcast because like I see this too as someone that either goes on, all the social media stuff and you go on there and like all of those same clips that you see of her like from the broadcast are just like amplified more because you might see them 20 more times on like Twitter or Instagram or something. But if you're talking about the actual broadcast showing her, I really don't have a problem with it because really during the actual 3.5 hour broadcast, how much time is she on the screen? Probably not that much. So there you have it, guys. Let me know in the excuse me, I can't talk. In the comments what you think. Is Taylor Swift ruining the NFL? Is this good for the NFL? Do you like the Taylor Swift coverage and all this stuff? Let me know. I'm sure there's probably going to be a lot of people that say no, but as far as goes with me, I really don't care about it. I probably won't be doing much Taylor Swift talk ever again. But if you do like NFL talk, please hit subscribe. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Go ahead and explore my YouTube page a little bit more if you want to, maybe view some of my other videos and, explore the page. Very much appreciate that. It helps support the show. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'll talk to you next time.